Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Football Focus Weekly, episode 30. With your boy, Nyata Kenan MC and MSC. And my co-host, Mr. Jamie himself.
Hey, haircuts there. Everyone has gotten a haircut on this podcast.
Secha ni shout out to Mr. Producer.
Set in a nukatu methylated spirit.
Matasi Junior.
Matasi Junior.
Umekuwa aje buda?
It's
been a minute.
Events have been. Introduce producer kwanza.
Producer, Mr. George Matasi himself.
Azizi yenu mekataa.
Matasi
Matasi in the building.
Do you actually know my uncle called me that?
alikuita Matasi. Alikuita Matasi by the way.
Sasa si hiyo ndio jina lako.
After your game ya Cameroon.
Afadhali unitembua bro. Matasi.
The fixer.
The fixer. Why are you fixated on this topic?
Because see names have meaning. So Isaiah Matasi ni Matasi the fixer.
Mse lakini amechoma.
Mbaya sana.
Mse amechoma.
But we look needed that to happen either way.
The expose.
It fix vitu mingi.
So for those who don't know, what happened?
So for those who don't know, we have Kenya One, currently a player at Kakamega Homeboys called Patrick Matasi, former police player, goalkeeper, and former National Harambee Stars team first goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So apparently there's been a video that has leaked of him being told how to decide a match before it's played. As in short, anaambiwa a fixed game. So he was told in the first half, the first 20 minutes, to allow 2 goals.
Do you know how tough that is though? Unajua you imagine unambawe kama goli allow bao mbili zingie. Sasa kama ile timu nyingine itashoot utadu.
Game itakuwa open.
But keeper ni rahisi ku allow goal than defender.
So he actually said, I'll talk to the defenders.
Wacha.
Yeah.
You see it on the clip?
Yeah. The part 2 one, the long one.
Itabidi tumetaja hao madefender wa police.
Hebu tucheze hiyo clip tusikie hiyo part 2.
He said
enda kwa DM ya box to box. Makumi alituma TikTok.
He said he'll talk to the defenders for that to happen. He was being told that unajua mkifunga bao mbili sasa game inakuwa open ndio.
Actually inaanza na part 1. Part 1 uko nayo? Yeah.
Iko kwa group nilituma jana usiku.
Hiyo part 1 pia iko TikTok.
Down down.
Sorry. So anyway, Matasi ametupa game. Wase hatukuwa tumepangia hii pod. Hatukuwa na clips ready. But I'm sure tutaget. Matasi trending video. The day Patrick Matasi ni message Matasi na Salasia. Matasi.
Okay.
Part 1 iko kwa Taundani group.
Ndio part 1.
Sijui vile tutamtumia kwa tablet.
You know, I repeat again before the boss. Yes. This is the first deal. Yeah. I beg you. You know how we have done business with you. I know. I've never let you down. Yeah. You have never let me down. My business with you, zero failure. True. Right? Yeah. So I give you whatever will be given to me, straight I forward to you. Okay. Immediately I forward to you. Yeah. I'll give you a phone call. Yeah. And boss will confirm you have received. Okay. Then deal is on. Okay. That first half, bro. Yeah. What we want must come. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then my deal should not go to.
Hiyo ni part 1.
Part 1.
Yeah. So basically what they're saying there, sana wambia deal lazima iende through.
And this is not the first time they are doing that.
But let me ask you. You know, this brings... I have more questions than answers.
Ask.
Who is boss? Because...
I don't want to name names.
No, who is boss? Because think about it. Like, ini kumanisha, this thing is inherently... for
us.
someone to be able to throw that, kuna mse mwenye akona do mwenye ametulia tu pahali wenye. which again, that's another whole issue that we also need to address
Yeah.
as a people, because us, we don't have the facts, so we don't know who it is. But
Someone trying to decide matches before
is
they're even
wild.
played.
like, I mean, it has happened around the world, but the fact that kuna video, anyway, tunaingia part 2 ama.
Yes.
So, but kuna msa alikuwa namrecord. By the way, if you're listening to the podcast, they're literally, if you're listening to us on Spotify, they're in a car. This guy is in the back seat and he's looking like anangalia mbele. So there's a guy who's seated in the back seat next to Matasi recording him.
What I will do, you know, all this will happen with tomorrow and even on Saturday morning. Okay. But I told him there is a job we need to do.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, Matasi.
Yeah.
Can you promise us that first half 2 goals, as we don't need anything else, like do this first half 2 goals.
2 goals.
And why we are asking you to concede is because we know one.
We will open the match.
We when you concede, you open the game.
Yeah.
You know, without you conceding, if the game goes to 20 minutes, that game is locked.
Yeah.
But if you concede, especially before the game becomes hot, game is just boiling, the first attack, goal. The first moment when the game is boiling, and the goal comes, everybody else will know, oh, we have conceded, let's fight now, guys, let's fight.
Okay.
And we'll get the results.
So what I will do, you know, all this will happen with what I'll talk to the defender. Because the first like 10 minutes, it's just
Imeishia hapo.
There's part 3, but age talk about apparently.
Well, let me ask you. So that means,
Even defenders are involved. It's not like Matasi alone.
so does this include Harambee Stars?
I don't know.
Juu unakumbuka Harambee Stars? Mi ile siku Matasi alinitupa.
Like-
Ni ile game ile bao alipatiana against Cameroon.
He has stinker on both club and the national team.
But is it a stinker though?
Okay, not stinker. Or pre-planned,
He's so good. He can let go.
premeditated stinker.
Wait, what?
But he made it so obvious. I mean, like,
That's the thing.
for so many people, they are not shocked.
Yeah, and we need to give a shout out to Eric Njiru on Twitter and alisema hii. It's like so many people around who are listening to this for the first time, people who don't watch football, are like, wow, this match fixing. But if you watched Harambee Stars and if you watched local football,
Police,
many people are not surprised. Like many football watchers, like of Kenyan football, they're not surprised because there's things that they just didn't make sense. Haikuwa make sense. And we all know for a fact, like me, I'm going to say it, we know for a fact that these people, some of them are resorting to betting because they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Right? So kuna hii shida ya umse alienda kachukua do, but there's so many other things, there's so many other issues that are hinged on this one thing. Like, who is this person paying these players?
Who's that boss?
Who is the boss? Who is ready to throw away games?
Yeah.
Why, if players are paid well, would they resort to such things?
No.
What are the clubs doing?
Yeah.
How is he talking to defenders? Which means he's not alone.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many questions.
Is it club defenders? I'm a national team defenders.
It's so many questions. And you see, what I was saying, because I had a call with Makumi today and we're talking about this. His story, CAF, it can really, so because police walikuwa confederation, sindio?
Yeah.
Gor walikuwa Champions League. When CAF comes down and be like, okay, what have you guys done to curb betting amongst players and stuff? CAF will come down on the teams.
Yeah.
CAF will come down on the teams and be like, if you don't do this and this, we'll just ban you. And if you can't get your affairs in order, we'll just ban Kenya from playing Confederations and Champions League.
Yeah.
So even when the players do these things, they need to understand every decision they make not only affects them, inaweza affect league mzima.
Mzima, the whole country, basically. Juu hata it happened the same week. Sijui kama umeona the referees wa NSL wamesema they want their names to be announced on match day.
Names are?
So unaona tuseme Shabana is playing versus Shabana iko NSL. Gusii is playing versus Naivas.
Team ya producer kwa NSL.
Ama Moroni.
Yeah.
Is playing versus Naivas.
Kuku wewe.
So what normally happens ni in a week before hata hiyo game ifike 5 days ama 7 days before, you know who the match officials will be. So the referees wa NSL walikuwa wanasema they are being approached to be compromised. Wanaambiwa wapewe kitu kiasi wa decide venye games inaenda. Na kumekuwa na so much conspiracies venye maboss zimekuwa zikikataliwa and what not kwa NSL. So it happens the same week that the Matasi video leaked. So who are these people? Are they within the federation? Is it someone kwa betting ama sijui?
Alafu pia vile video ya kwanza ilitokea hatukuwa tumejua hii kitu ilikuwa when.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Sasa vile hii video pili imetoka, sasa amesema Kakamega na nani? Si Kakamega wanacheza nani this weekend? Producer wanacheza nani? Anyway, from this second video, I believe that game is the one they're playing this week.
Was getting ready.
I think it's the game they're playing this week, which means this is recent, which means...
But considering the fact that
They're
he has
playing
been,
KCB.
but from the first video, the guy implied that this is not the first time they are working together.
But from the first video, ni ngumu kutel ilikuwa when.
Yeah,
It could have been 3 years ago and we couldn't have told.
But considering the stinkers he has been
Yeah, that I agree. That I agree.
alianza kitambo.
Yeah, that one I agree. But we didn't know when this video was for.
Yeah.
So this second video, first of all, we know it's Kakamega, which means it has to be this season, right?
Yeah.
Because he joined Kakamega Homeboys this season.
He hasn't been starting.
Bro. So career yake imeenda hivyo? Ama unaonaje?
Like it needs to be an example. Anafaa
This is a
Mi
mess.
siendi peke yangu.
Sasa si
By the way,
that's what we want.
By the way.
Produce the names of the other defenders. Now produce the
already, all the defenders, people are starting to doubt now.
yeah.
Whichever defender he has played with.
Yeah.
Of course, Kakamega juu, hiyo ndio game anaongelea.
Na wa police
So
pia juu.
at this
Recent-
point, you as, let's say you are the Kakamega coach, do you bench the whole defense?
You've seen what the Kakamega chairman has said. They are backing him.
Backing who?
Matasi.
Acha uongo.
Acha nitafute hiyo.
Z.
Alisema wapi?
Nimeona X statement.
Z. So with that being said, I
Yeah.
believe
So this is what he said. People are saying all manner of things, and yet there's not enough detail in that video. Until now, there's no idea of which game he was allegedly talking about, or even where he was. He remains innocent until proven guilty. Most times, people are in a hurry to judge, but not me. That's Cleophas Shimanyula, Kakamega Homeboys chairman.
Umsi kwani anataka
Okay.
evidence aina gani?
No, but that makes sense because him as an owner, he's a chairman.
Chairman,
He
yeah.
can't jump to a conclusion. Juu,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
can't.
Wezi. Yeah,
But,
Wezi.
but still, you can say you can acknowledge you've seen the
that this
video.
is, and we're launching our own investigation.
Yeah. Not
Or
saying
we're working with the league too.
to find out more about it.
Yeah.
Not saying that he's innocent until proven guilty.
But you know also that thing of backing your players is shows, you know, the thing with owners is every step owners make, other players are watching.
Yeah.
In 3 years time, if a player wants to go to Kakamega Homeboys, these are the things they'll remember. Watasema, nyi umse, hata kama tulimesapa alikuwa natubak sisi kama ma players. So owners will always look after their team, look after their players.
Yeah.
Then whatever happens. So when you've read the statement, I personally, because it's him, I don't have an issue with it because he has to say that. What else can he say? I mean, obviously tumesema nazasema, but
Different
he has
words.
to back his players.
Yeah.
You have to back your people. Where sahi ukitoka hapa uende kitu ifanyikie mtu kwa barabara alafu aseme hey, Kinan aliniibia simu yangu. Sema until you show me that Kinan alikuja kakunyonga juu siku hizi ako gym. Unless you show me the evidence, I have to back back. So I think that one's okay. But we need to read the statement by FKF. This is dated today for immediate release. Football Kenya Federation, FKF is aware of video circulating online involving goalkeeper Patrick Matasi, raising concerns about possible match manipulation. FKF upholds the integrity of football and has launched an official investigation in collaboration with FIFA, CAF, and other relevant authorities. we reaffirm our zero tolerance policy in bold on match manipulation and are committed to safeguarding the credibility of our competitions. This investigation will adhere to FKF's anti-match manipulation regulations and FIFA guidelines, ensuring a fair, transparent, and thorough process. The rights of his player and his club will be respected and appropriate action will be taken based on the findings. We encourage anyone with credible information to assist in this investigation. All reports will be handled with strict confidentiality. Information can be submitted at integrity@footballkenya.org.
It should happened before.
Now, I think this sort of leads to our next point, which I think you also share the same sentiments as me. The communication from this regime has been quite solid.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens,
Day by day, they're giving us
updates.
Yeah.
And we're lucky enough to even be in the FKF group, and we even get emails, right?
Yeah.
So a few members of Box to Box through our work with Town Dani. Shout out to Makumi and Sheng, watu wa Town Dani, na producer, Kenyan Local Football Podcast. They talk about local football every day. So they're going to talk more about this.
na Taundani bado ni box to box.
Na Town Dani bado ni Box to Box. So they've allowed us to even be part of that because we have a platform where we can enhance the league, help people talk more about the league, know more about the players and stuff like that. So the communication to us has been really, really good, to be honest. So that much we need to give them. But this Matasi story, I feel like as it unfolds, now we'll just wait and see.
I saw something that the people who give money, there's no law to incriminate them about match fixing. Sasa basi we'll never know who gave the money.
I mean, yeah. And the thing is, if the person has that much money, chances are they could be sponsoring someone.
How much
in the
is
league.
that? How much is that much money? Because from what I've read in X, from people who know Matasi, they'd be like, ndo zenye anapata huku zinaonyesha. There's a way you'd be getting more money and you... Anyway, maybe anakuwa humble.
I think he's just addicted to it, man. At this point, we don't know how many games
he's done that.
Allegedly,
Yes.
he has made money from.
Yeah.
So, kama doni poa, if you earn 10,000 and there's a chance for you to get another 10,000 per game, I'm just throwing a number. I'm not saying that's what he gets. But if you earn 10,000 a month and then you play 4 times a month and there's a chance for you to get 40,000, to get 50K a month, yeah, so 40 plus 10, you'll take it.
Nani net.
Especially if times are hard, you'll take it.
But for that money, for that amount, like no amount can buy your integrity and loyalty as a player.
That's true.
Unaharibu jina ya team, league and all that.
So I think that's where even laws and regulations need to come and be a bit tighter, right?
Yeah.
And find ways to enforce them. Unaona mtu kama nani, Tonali, 8 months, bro. Kaa tu nje 8 months.
Nani's Paqueta is facing a lifetime ban.
Paqueta is facing a lifetime
That's
ban.
why City didn't sign him.
So
Ivan Toney.
huko wanajua. Huko wanasema huko kama ni hivi unaona hata game, unacheki. Si ati unabaniwa alafu after 2 months unaonekana mali unacheza, unacheki. So but we are heading there in terms of FKF.
Yeah, baby
you have
steps.
to start somewhere.
The new regime is so far so good. Setting the good steps. As in there's hope for better things too.
So actually, let's just talk about the new regime.
Yeah.
Because the new regime brought for us Harambee Stars for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
Our first home competitive game in 2 years was this past weekend against Gabon, which we lost, and you were there. How was it? Wewe na producer mlikuwa huko?
Kila kitu mimi nilibamba.
Yeah.
From stadium ilikuwa 3/4 full at 12.
12.
Na game ilikuwa inaanza 4.
We?
Not even City winning the treble walikuwa wanafanya hivyo. Stadium yao bado ni empty. Like that's fans had missed this. And this is for the first time in a long time I was actually looking forward to international break. Juu game zote our home games zimekuwa zikichezwa away.
Uganda na SA.
So this was the first time that every fan was looking forward to international break juu kuna home like kuna game to look forward to. Then kwa ticketing we got sold out by Saturday 1.
We need to talk about just say that we'll talk about that part after.
Yeah. So it got sold out. Then anyway, Wakenya ni Wakenya. In as much as we appreciate the turn up, pia kulikuwa tuna kitu kiasi yenye ilikuwa off about fans breaking the gate, one of the gates to forcefully enter. Alafu unapata you've paid for VIP na umemiss seat.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't even have a tag or that nini on the hand.
For real?
Mlikuwa mnapewa tags?
Ulikuwa unapewa nini kwa mkono hapa.
Wait. So waliuza VIP tickets mob kuliko the seats available?
Waliuza less
But wasesi walikuwa naingia.
I
think that would be the only reason.
Watu walijaa hadi VIP. By 12 ilikuwa packed before Ruto came. Before the president came and his boys.
Unasema unasileki kidogo hivi unakakanda ya baba.
Yeah. Yeah, so vitu kama hizo nafaa kuwa looked into. Na I feel like in as much as we are growing, we need a ticketing system where you know where you're going to sit, which stand you're going to sit, and the number of the seats where you're going to sit.
But that one now, the stadium also has to have numbered seats.
Sasa nasema
hapo
ndio tunaelekea. Yeah, so that was
na gate unaingilia.
Na gate unaingilia, stand unakaa, number seat unakaa, so that those who don't have seats wabaki tu nje. Juu there's a time the MC said game ilikuwa inafaa ianze, but ulikumbuka ref akisema ati game haiwezi anza hadi wale watu wamekaa huko juu watoke. Juu ya FIFA. Wakenya hawakusikia. Mtu alikuwa amekaa hadi juu ya floodlights.
Producer, this was your first game at Nyayo in how long? A while, eh?
A while.
Any differences you've seen since renovation?
Mi kwanza naanzia tu ticketing. Kama ujaona vile game ilikuwa, ndeni muone vlog.
Yeah, box to box.
Iko pale box to box.
Imepata views ngapi sahi? Guess.
3.7 I think.
Wewe unasema?
2.5.
Iko 3.6 million.
Acha mchezo.
I'm almost.
Na nani ali-edit hiyo video? Producer mwenyewe.
Apiga makofi.
By the way, that's our... we've been saying we don't have a video that has reached 1 million.
Yeah.
It has reached... Actually,
and now we
two
have
of
two.
them.
Actually,
the second one has reached 1.9.
1.9 and
Second
the other
one
one
gani?
ile fupi ile
Ile
1 minute.
reactions.
Ile 1 minute yako. So
reactions.
producer is in charge of our two highest grossing numbers that are in the millions.
alafu another one
Sishike.
alafu another one ya bado football focus ya bad luck ya Arsenal
Hiyo pia inapanda.
iko almost 780k
780.
yeah
Okay. Wait, tafika huko baadaye. Mi shida ya kwanza okay, study na ni poa. Kwanza waliwasha zile lights after kila mtu ametoka, ni kuna hiyo picha vile study nakaa. We need to bring back game nights.
Night games.
Yo. Whatever. We need to bring back games at night in Nyayo because the stadium looks
I think security tu ndio shida hiyo kutoka sasa.
Shida ya kwanza ni manze, kulikuwa na entrance ya VIP na entrance ya regular. Sasa mimi sisi sema sisi hao watu waliingia VIP. Haya. Entrance ilikuwa unaonyesha na ticket kwa gate and then ticket inaenda inaskaniwa ndani ya study. Shida ni obviously kuna watu wa kubuy ticket. Sasa everyone is trying to enter through one channel. Imagine si walisema 30k. Sema VIP ni 500. Imagine watu 10k wanataka kuingilia entrance moja. Sasa makarao wame lean kwa gate ndio mafans wasi overwhelm. Okay, hiyo hapo unaweza tokwa simu utokwe vitu mob. Anyway mi nilimanage kuingia
Ulipass?
nilimanage kuingia
Hivyo ndio unajua baada ya shule.
nilimanage kuingia afu nikaskaniwa ticket hapo kwa nilingilia gate 8. Mtu wa kwanza nilipatana naye ni Bobby Bond.
Bobby Bond! And here's another hit, Bobby Bond!
Alafu game ilikuwa poa. Ile half time lakini manze.
Half time ya?
Half time show.
Nani alifanya? Oh, Savara.
Savara. Oh, me, I have another issue. Nimekumbuka.
But do you think if the audio was better it would have been different?
Not even if the audio was better.
Yeah.
If the result going into half time was better.
We are losing.
Watu wangejibamba.
As in we are losing. Alafu MC kwanza ameanza kuforce watu wafanye Mexican wave.
But video, umecheki Mexican wave ilitaka kwa video.
Hiyo ilikuwa ya
Ilikuwa in
fans.
game.
Oh.
Ilianza tu out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And it went
Guess-
7 rounds.
Yeah.
Sasa MC
Mkali.
alikuwa anataka sasa kupata individual glory yake na
Mexican wave.
hiyo kakufa. Ikuanza. Then half time nikaenda kutafuta washroom. Bro, ulipata washroom? Hakuna washroom kwa stadium.
Nyayo.
I swear nilikosa washroom.
We ulienda Nyayo mwisho lini?
Sijui.
Tunaona sasa washroom iko.
Iko wapi?
Wacha porojo. Kwanza mali ulikas kuna chini, kuna washroom chini.
Zilikuwa zimefungwa.
Kuna gate 2, gate chini 2 ama 3 kuna
Nilikuwa
washroom.
gate 1.
Gate 1 ni kwa VIP. Kuna washroom hapo chini.
Nilikosa. But anyway. Venye nilikuwa nakushow. 90% ya watu walikaa VIP wako na tags. Wenye walipia tags walisimama. Ama wakakaa kwa stairs.
Yeah.
So it was first come first serve. So we need to change that culture. Then we need to have chance.
But hata kama ni first come first serve. Bro, wanataka ufige game sangapi? Tulifika game 4 hours before.
12.
Na bado kuna
Ilikuwa
struggle kupata seat.
The thing about chance is, a year seat, I don't have an answer. But the thing with chance is, clubs have chance, but we don't have forum. Like, I'm sure we have, but we just haven't coordinated properly.
We need that.
But we can. It's not difficult.
We need that.
Next international break,
June.
tunatafuta ngoma.
Actually, I saw... Nani aliniambia? Someone told me to say in box to box, to ask fans, we come up with chants. They give us, then we
We put them on.
so ziende
Ask the fans then.
so you guys give us the lyrics and the melody.
Zizi, bro, you have to do it properly. Ebu give him a beat. Drop him a beat.
Let them give us the melody.
Give him a beat so that this segment we're going to clip it so that it sounds dope.
Yeah.
Sasa cheki wase tulikuwa study this weekend alafu hatukuwa na ngoma so we have not come up with it. Someone come up with it.
Yeah,
But
someone come up with a cool
Suanze mpatie beat.
nipe beat.
Yani, hakuna beat.
Nipe beat.
Zile za
producer.
predictions.
Nipe beat. Yeah, so guys, we as Kenya, the national team, we need chance.
Sisi kama wa Kenya.
Tunadai chance.
Chance.
So give us your ideas.
Chance before
Tupe
chance.
chance na kama unaweza tuma voice note ama melody ama lyrics. Tupe. Yeah, we need them for the next international break.
Na ukwe creative.
Ukwe creative. Isikwe tusikopi za wazungu.
Alafu pia ni vitu zenye pia si tunazielewa.
Ni vitu tunazielewa.
Unajua kuna vitu mob si tuko naimba kaa toi sawa producer. Kuna vitu tulikuwa tunaimba kaa toi kama nyama ya Aubameyang nyama. Unacheki vitu kaa hizo. Ukishaanza kwa study
Hiyo tukifungwa.
ya nani ule mtene tuaje
Lemina.
nyama.
Moto.
Ama tufanye tukopi pia rugby zile za tunaye Marcelo ama Indian.
Marcelo. Unatafuta tu jina na match.
Chance tulikuwa nayo huko
Ole.
Marcelo.
Oh yeah, Marcelo.
Marcelo.
Marcelo. So we need I am sure we can be creative. And the thing is, we can even do it well. Kama unajua vile Gor Mahia wako na ile Biblia. Unajua Gor Mahia wako na Biblia yenye iko na machance na nini.
Yeah.
Hivyo tu, we make one.
ama talk to Shabana fans.
Yeah. Kwanza, you know what we should do?
We have a lot
we should have chants that incorporate every team.
Yeah.
Mi ni mjanja. Anyway, hiyo ni Kenya. So those are the things that didn't go well. So for me, I watched the game broadcast at home because I had COVID. Na nilikuwa kwa nyumba, I couldn't leave the house. But they were saying COVID is back. Msijoke na COVID.
Mask up.
Nilikuwa chini mbaya. Things that I saw from the stadium, from the outside looking in, and things are around the game, before the game, during and after.
Uliniona kwanza?
Your presence was felt. So, first of all, nilikuwa na watcha kwa keja, na bro, tulikuwa na digital advertising board.
Yeah.
Digital advertising board ilikuwa na, sijui ni, do you name drop the brands?
No.
Anyway, kuna moja inatengeneza chapo, kuna ingine ya mafuta ya gari, kuna ingine ya insurance. So being able to have those on the advertising board means that the federation can also get money, because people can come and...
Guess which stadium has adopted that?
Shabana.
Yes.
Standard.
Gusinabeu.
Yeah. So that was number one. Secondly, these games are not being shown on DSTV, so it was beautiful. Like the fact that I don't have to go and start looking for a stream yenye ya upati, alafu iko lugha ingine tena, saa zingine iko nyuma. Again, tumesema history ya FKF, the new regime, and I will say it again. The new regime, your communication has been so good. It has, and we know things are not perfect. We understand. Like, for example, the ticketing thing, we see walisema ticketing
was sold out.
Nini imeisha,
Zilikuwa sold out.
Walisema ilikuwa sold out. But then later on, Hussein did an interview.
Hussein is the president.
Yeah, Hussein is the new president.
Yeah.
Hussein did an interview, and they released a statement saying that we wish to clarify that the official number of tickets sold for the Kenya-Gabon match held on Sunday were as follows. VVIP tickets 107, VIP 1331, regular 15,000, parking slots 329. So they had said that the capacity of Nyayo Stadium is 22,000. By that math, the tickets were not sold out, which means someone was holding tickets.
Yeah.
And the federation is fed up with it. They're like, listen, as we're going to be transparent, this is what happened. So you as a fan, you need to fill in the gaps, fill in the dots and know that there's an issue here. There's a lot of transparency. And I think as football fans, as Kenyans, we just appreciate transparency.
We deserve that, yeah.
Before the game, when the training match, again, box to box, we have the FKF media, when the alert and the groups, they send you an invite. They send you a link for getting accreditation. They send you, we have a presser. We have this. They had a security briefing the day before the event. They had another major thing.
Even the away team training.
Another major thing, tickets being sold through a platform.
Yeah.
And not being sold under a tree somewhere outside Nyayo. You know.
Kuna kale ka Pro Box cafe.
Kuna ka Pro Box na ichukwangi M-Pesa na kuna cash peke.
Cash, yeah.
So, guys, I know there's a lot we need to work on. I know there's a lot that this federation needs to work on, but things are moving. Like it's you have to start from somewhere.
The economy is doing wonderfully.
You can't change everything in one night.
Yeah.
They've brought a game to us. They're being transparent with our communications. I need to give a big shout out to Jeff from FKF. Like, you guys are like, keep going, man. Keep going. Us, the thing is, we will point out when things are going wrong, but at the same time, we want to support and help in any way possible. So being able to talk and about this and say that this is what they're doing and they can do better, they need our support. Us as box to box and us as fans generally, they need our support.
Shout out to the Kenyan media, like not the mainstream but digital media. When you're looking at push game, the Bree, 1111 TV, Mora Times, akina Saddam, football, Eric Njiru, football Nini,
Carol
Lotan. Shout out to you all guys, because you made this possible.
Samiro.
Like Samiro, actually dhani haitakuwa possible kuuza tickets because see 100
na mosquito.
a mosquito.
A mosquito reel, bro.
Box to box pia.
Yeah. The only reel that is second to George's. Your producer.
Jorges.
The only one that can match up ni a mosquito.
Niju iko na uba.
Shout out to a mosquito. Hata yetu iko na uba. And shout out to Sheng, by the way. We'll take picture ya Sheng ili hold down to swipe. Sheng ni mzee.
Lakini Oba ni mbigi.
Nimesikia pia Lemina na kabudi first of all.
Hey. As in umse ata like anaweza fanya nini? Like huwezi mnyang'anya ball.
Siku hizi umeunga sasa hata didi
Nakao ba
maneno haitoki kwa kwenye kinywa.
kwa
Kwa imeunga sana.
ni mkisi. Ni mkisi.
Anyway, fantasy football focus tumongelea local football sana, which is good.
Yeah.
We're even supposed to talk about the
But
do you have time?
before we go international, I have to like touch on it kiasi tu. I feel like I appreciate how fans first didn't overreact.
Yeah.
Kwa najua nimezoea ukienda kuwatch game ref akimake one call wrong chupa zinatupwa kwa uwanja vitu mingi like sahi mafans walikuwa hapo pitch side but walikuwa respectful. So that's one thing that I applaud them for.
Yeah, we need big shout out to the fans.
Yeah. Then secondly, how we have received McCarthy. I feel like this for the first time, as much as kulikuwa na talks chini, this is the first hapo kwa talks nilikuwa, but yeah, this is the first time like a Kenyan team has been selected and people were like, yeah, let's support the manager. Let's see what he does. Let's not judge him.
You saw the guy with the card, the one for McCarthy.
Yeah,
Welcome
home.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time I've seen that. In as much as kulikuwa na some questions of certain players, but this is the first time we have supported what a manager has presented. Shout out to Overthinking Football for what he told us about the style of play of McCarthy. Bro, when we consider the second goal, we played 4-4, attacking, not parking.
Yeah.
We had 4 attackers. So he's
mbona vile sura yake imechange. 4-4.
He's an attacking manager.
Yeah, Firat could never.
He will never. Hata watu wengine hapa wangeitwa kwa squad.
The other thing about Benny McCarthy we need to give a shout out is he's
not afraid to make changes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, subs were being made like this. Like, you're messing, we're changing, and we're changing the system.
Yeah.
Very vocal. I also need to give a shout out to Monib Josephs, the assistant coach. I think he's the goalkeeper coach.
Yeah.
That boy was about to fight every
The ref.
official.
Yeah.
Like passionate, not fight as in physical, but like,
Hadi
every decision he was fighting for the team. And I feel like that's the passion we need. And you could also hear from Benny's interview, producer Tukonayo interview,
Yes.
when he was talking about how passionate the fans were.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the questions we asked George Overthinking Football is, how is his connection with fans?
Yeah.
The fact that he's even addressing fans. Yeah. Did Firat ever actually address fans like
Firat
that?
angeingia to a graph. Which Kenyan player has ever played in the English Premier League? No, tell me. Eric Njiru na Tea, they were catching strays every
time.
Yeah.
Producer. Aye.
We are grateful for the support, the people of Kenya that came out to support. Wow, this was the most memorable experience I've experienced, even in my time playing as a player, playing in Europe. This was what Africa should be about. It was just beautiful, but unfortunately we couldn't give the fans that joy to give them a win, something to celebrate. But what we can promise is we will improve, we will get better, and they will have a team that they can be very proud of.
This is someone who was Stratford end.
Coach Benny.
Alikuwa Old Trafford every home game. Anaongea hivyo kuhusu
Amesema
fans.
kuhusu fans wa Kenya.
Yeah. So you know how great we are. Alikuwa Stratford end na ameenda Anfield pia. Na kaenda Emirates. Na kaenda Goodson Park.
Imagine.
Mbona ika Emirates hapo?
Wanakuanga na atmosphere siku hizi juu wako top 2.
So yeah.
Another thing I want to ask fans ni okay, there's something I saw that I didn't like. Ilikuwa second half after Olunga had scored, then I think Marcelo had a cross. Olunga kahata na Lenkupai pia kahata your ball. Then a section of fans were saying this. Sub. I think that kills morally a player who's trying to chase the game. So Like in as much as you are frustrated, vitu zingine tutu.
But I don't think a player of his stature, it affects him.
It can, bro.
A player like him.
Lenkupai, this was his second game.
Oh, you're saying Lenkupai? I thought you
Yeah,
talk about
plus he's 20, he's 21, 22
I know,
there.
but he was good, bro.
He was good, as in
was
he brings
good.
something different to the team.
Work rate.
Yeah.
Him and Bajaber.
Yeah,
Bajaber. Shout out to Zuhub's brother. Shout out to a friend of the podcast. Shout out to the best winger in Kenya. Shout out to the man who's going to save Arsenal next season. Shout out to Mo
Hamad.
Bajaber.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's any beast.
You know his goal made it top 5 goals.
Yeah?
See, they did top 5 goals of qualifiers.
Yeah.
His goal against Gambia
Yeah.
was
Plus,
top 5.
He was the
bro.
best rated player
After your game,
in that.
natafuta Bajaber inform pale FC 25. Najua nakuja na finesse plus.
Finesse plus. Hey, itabidi.
Yeah.
Lakini, like that to I think this and we need to finish up with this. Like, we just need to talk about this guy in the sense of the fact that he's our friend, so let's just put it out there. We know him, yeah.
Alikataa kuja Shabana lakini.
Aliwakata. Look how things are happening for him.
Nitampata tu gym.
So, by the way, tuko gym moja naye. So unafanya nisahau vitu nataka kusema. Anyway, this guy akina Bree and Makumi and Sheng started watching him way back when.
Yes,
and they were mentioning him on the pod and kept on mentioning him over and over again. The fact that he really believed in himself, went to Nairobi City Stars and actually literally was carrying the team. Like, there were games he was never missing.
Yeah.
He was always scoring. You know, when those phrases where they say he scored when they needed him.
Yeah.
Like, that was him every time. And he believed in himself, finally got a big move to police. And the support that his family showed him. If you watched Zuhum's...
His brother cried.
Did you watch when they got on the SGR from Mombasa coming all the way to watch the game? Like,
I was actually seated right in front of them.
Who cried?
Nilijua tu lazima
His
ange-
brother.
Zoom.
Brother Azim
Oh,
mwingine.
mwingine,
Alilia. Tulikuwa like walishika naona line mzima hivi, I think it was 7 or 10 seats.
Yeah.
Walishika hiyo nini. Then the parents went to sit. Arocho took them to VVIP.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So the brother cried.
No, bro. Even me, I cried.
Lakini
Even me, I cried. Because, let me tell you, I feel like whenever a new coach comes into a team, there's always certain players who step up
yeah.
and be like, I want to be counted. And then there's always players that the coach will try and come up with. So, like, they'll give them their first cap, come and join the team, be part of the system, right?
Wilson and Lenkupai are those. Lenkupai and
But these two, not only were they given their first caps by Benny, but they were one of our best players.
the best.
They were our best players.
Nani at Zuhum Junior. But Jaber was the high-rated player on that match. Him, then Lemina, then Oba.
Like, I'm so this entire team. If there's one thing I can say to you, Coach Benny.
Yeah.
If you're watching, we're behind you.
Yeah,
we believe in you.
yes.
We see where this.
We trust your vision.
We see where this can go, and I know the support is going to be.
We are trusting the process
crucial.
and also include Brad Mishira next time.
Yes, that's the only thing we ask for.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
Brian Mishira needs to be there.
Yeah, and Tegizi.
But the players were playing like they believe in this guy.
Yeah.
You know, these are former players as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Former United manager.
there's so much you can say about Coach Benny, man. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going, Team Kenya. Let's get it. Nchimbele.
Siku zote.
Now come and watch all the games, and then we're welcoming you also to the podcast. If you come to the podcast, you'll win your next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Na kuna derby weekend tokea.
Yeah. Quick prediction, Derby.
Fan of neither.
Obviously.
I feel like I am tipping FC to pull an upset.
FC to pull an upset.
2-1 FC win.
Gorwin. Is Nani playing? Can Nani play? Omala?
There's not much fit.
Anyway. Morrison is there.
Yeah. He said he has a surprise for us.
The best right back in the world is there.
Morrison said he has a surprise. Ako Norway.
Oh, is there? Right back in your chuoga, bro.
Uh-oh. si Rooney tena.
Si tunaruka
unauliza msoa Shabana lineup ya Gor.
akirudi sasa si tuna change. Sasa anarudi anakuwa the best.
Okay, sawa.
Eh.
But the best
Center back combination hapo mazee mko ready. Na ni wasawa kucheza Harambee Stars. So wanakuja kama wamejam.
Wote.
na ustoa kucheza.
Wanakam kama wamejam. Coming to prove a point. Amko ready.
But anyway, Gor to lose.
Gor win. Aya, next.
Yeah, so we go to Europe. Kuna passport.
Hey, Bambi.
Oh, before we go to Europe,
Europe hata ibambi sahi.
before we go
Ibambi.
to Europe, quick one. We want us to go through the groups rather.
Which groups?
The qualifiers World Cup from Africa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how the teams are doing.
So
Tunaanza na group
we have
A.
Group A. Group A, we have toppers Egypt 16 points, Burkina Faso second 11 points, Sierra Leone third 8 points, Ethiopia fourth 6 points, Guinea-Bissau fifth 6 points, Djibouti last 1 point.
Egypt are through.
Yeah, they're almost.
Yeah.
Then we have Group B. We have DR Congo first 13 points, Senegal second 12 points, third Sudan
What?
12 points, fourth Togo 4 points, fifth South Sudan 3 points, sixth Mauritania 2 points. Then we go straight to Group C. We have first South Africa 13 points.
Hey,
who
South Africa. Shout out to Hugo Bruce. Hugo
Wanaweza
Bruce is
tolewa
doing a
3
great
points
job. Why?
and -2. Jacofield, a band player. Second, Rwanda 8 points. Third, Benin 8 points. Fourth, Nigeria 7 points.
What?
Fifth, Lesotho 6 points.
Lesotho.
Yeah, that one. Sixth, Zimbabwe 4 points. Then Group D. First, Cape Verde
Cabo Verde.
13 points. Second, Cameroon 12 points. Third, Libya 8 points. Fourth, Angola 7 points. Fifth, Mauritius 5 points. Sixth, Eswatini. Eswatini.
Former Swaziland.
Yeah, 2 points. Group E. First, Morocco 15 points qualified. Second, Niger 6 points. Third, Mandugu zetu Tanzania 6 points. Fourth, Zambia 3 points. Fifth, Congo 0 points. Group F. Ivory Coast 16 points.
Yeah.
Gabon 15 points. Third, Burundi 10 points. Fourth, Kenya 6 points. Fifth, Gambia 4 points. Sixth, Seychelles 0 points. Group G, Algeria 15 points. Mozambique 12 points. Botswana 9 points. Our neighbors Uganda 9 points. Guinea 7 points. Last, Somalia 1 point. Group H, Tunisia 16 points. Namibia 12 points. Liberia 10 points. Equatorial Guinea 7 points. Malawi 6 points. Sao Tome and Principe 0 points. And finally Group I, Ghana first 15 points. Comoros 12 points. Madagascar 10 points. Mali 9 points. Central African Republic 5 points. Chad 0 points. Best second place teams zinaenda 4, zina qualify for. The first one, Cameroon, Gabon 15 points as it stands. Second, Cameroon 12 points. Third, Senegal 12 points. Fourth, Namibia 12 points.
So, and this World Cup we have 9 teams, yeah?
Yeah, from
Africa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hapo sawa.
Nigeria watakosa.
Watakosa wachekwe.
That's great. Crazy.
So tunafanya FA Cup.
Yeah.
Si kabla FA Cup tunaguzia
Trent
Alexander-Arnold.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
The reaction from Liverpool fans. Granted, I understand. But hii imekuwa crazy. Mara wanachoma shati. Secondly, they said it was so unsportsmanlike. For him to check the corner quickly.
They're saying that now?
Yeah,
I thought that was like a Dili fan, not a Liverpool fan.
It was a Liverpool fan.
Oh my gosh.
Thirdly,
I saw the tweet. I thought it was like someone, like another.
They are now even doing videos of edited. They've edited. Robertson is the one now taking that corner.
Hey, what's up?
Alafu I saw another one saying Origi. It was inaitwanga jizi ba mtu
Divock Origi.
solo goal from the corner flag.
Ati yeye amejifunga kutoka.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I understand he's an academy player. He's an academy player. He's a local lad, vice captain. So leaving your club for free, in as much as hawana shida ya pesa, will low-key hurt fans who expect, like you're the player who's expected to stay.
But that's not his fault.
I know, but still, like it's like you guys, when you are losing games, there's only one player who came and apologized to fans. Who's that? When you guys were last in the league, some 3 years ago.
Oh, that at a time.
Yeah, a certain 18-year-old left wing back, Bukayo Saka, said Arsenal fans, sorry, don't deserve this. It's the local, like he's first a fan before he's a player. Yeah, so he knows what it takes to.
But my question is, has he been offered a new contract?
Trent.
Yeah.
Well, reports say he was offered, but the money that he was getting.
It doesn't make sense because we had this conversation a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't Trent be the highest paid right back in the world?
Exactly.
He needs to be.
Yeah.
He actually needs to be. There are no right backs I can put in front of Trent. And when he goes to Real, he's benching Carvajal.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Carvajal is coming back from ACL. He's washed.
So there's that. And then the fact that he's going, I understand if you're mad that he's going, but if you're mad he's going for free, be mad at the club.
Yeah.
Why are you running down a player's contract knowing very well this guy is like Trent right now? For someone who's the best in his position, okay, arguably.
Actually, Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah.
For you to have someone who's, let's say, top 5 in their position in the world to go for free, there's something that says more about you as a club. Like the owners have been stingy.
Yeah.
Owners wamekuwa too stingy.
Yeah.
Look, they signed only Chiesa, right? I know they're top of the league, but imagine if they signed like another 1 or 2 players, they could probably still be in all competitions right now.
Yeah.
Easily. Now that we can see how good they are, if they added 1 or 2 more players, they would have been on a different level. But they were also like, okay, we get it's a transition period. Coach mwingine ametoka, mwingine amekam. We can't just commit big money because also team ka Liverpool, again, Velko tasamele story, which striker should Arsenal buy? It has to be someone who's a game changer.
Yeah.
And someone who makes a difference to a team that's already good. And that person is not going to be cheap. Whoever he is, whatever position it is, he's not going to be cheap. So it's tough, man. The man made a decision. I feel like in terms of a career move, this is a great move for him.
As in, who says no to Real Madrid?
Wayne Rooney.
Okay, except him. And Totti.
Francesco. Say Cannavaro.
Like, I can't say no to Real.
Have they come for you?
See, walini text.
Utacheza wapi?
They texted next. They needed a data analyst. They text next akambia walipe release clause cash.
Bado uko na knock.
Azi isha. Say I'm
data analyst.
say I'm on the grass, though not with the team. I'm training alone.
Oh, you are injury prone.
I need that. Bro, you saw what happened to Dembele? He was injury prone at Barca.
He started training on the grass.
Yeah. So I'm training alone for the meantime.
Honestly, me, I don't have an issue with Trent leaving. I'm actually very... I feel sad for Liverpool fans. Yeah, as you said, that thing of losing
I'm happy
a club legend.
I'm happy he's coming to my team. Now I can say he's the best right back in the world.
And the thing is, as we said, Trent has become a more than serviceable defender,
Yeah.
especially on one-on-one situations. The problem with him is when he has bad days, they're
bad.
really bad days defensively.
Yeah.
But you still can't. What he gives you outweighs anything that you can get because
but now he's going to a team where
they dominate teams.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to. He'll defend 3 times a game.
a game. Plus itakuwa 1v1s. Itakuwa tu counter. Utakuwa
Yeah,
tata
ni counter tu.
Chomeni ndiye ako hapo.
Ndio
Trent.
ana cover.
Wow, a
In
vibes
fact,
team.
ni poa juu midfield yao yote imecheza defense this season. So they understand playing in that position.
Yeah. They'll cover for him. But I feel like Liverpool are in a dilemma right now. You have Trent ashaenda sasa. You have your 2 best players currently in the world in their position. Okay, top 2. This is Salah and Van Dijk. right?
Salah is the best.
And Van Dijk, arguably, when you
Top 5.
juu ya Maguire na Saliba. So you have Van Dijk, who amjampea contract. Granted, the age factor matters. But who's that player who can replace him like for like and equate seamless?
Yeah. I think you're right. It doesn't matter.
Like there are only 2 players who can replace Van Dijk and Salah like for like na equate seamless. That is Saka.
No, Saka can't do it.
Saka can replace Salah.
I still don't think Saka has levels to get to.
But is the
He
closest,
could.
the
But-
closest to.
But even if you get him now, you'll still need like another 2 years
He's 20
or
he's
3
20
years. 23.
hajafika premier yake.
Yeah.
But still he can get you closer
yeah.
to the numbers of Salah.
Yeah.
And Saliba for Van Dijk. Right? And those players are not going to leave Arsenal. So the only options that those guys have now is to replace Salah with Anthony and replace Van Dijk with Lindelof.
Unakuza ma players bro, unataka do tu.
Umeona hiyo move?
Nimeona
Yeah, but I feel like in as much as you don't want them to go, where you're banking on the future. You don't want to build your team around people who are aging.
Yes and no.
They have broken first their wage structure for those 2 players.
Yes and no.
And
The reason
now
why I'm
they're going
saying no is if all these 3 leave at the same time, do you know how much experience you've lost?
Yeah.
How much culture you've lost? How much
Aura you've lost.
ability you've lost? Aura. Because even if, like, let's say 2 sign and 1 goes, that's best case scenario is that all of them sign, right?
Yeah.
2 sign, 1 goes, it's still not a bad scenario.
Yeah.
1 signs and 2 go is not great,
But it's bad.
but it's not as bad as all 3 go, because think about it. You have to replace a generational defender.
Yeah.
One of the best defenders in your history.
Yeah.
Who'll have won more Premier League titles at centre back than any other defender.
Yeah.
At Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
A winger who will be a top goal scorer and whatever. He's your top goal scorer, he's your best winger, he's everything. He's
best
your
assist,
talisman, he's everything.
Yeah.
Trent, who
The best right back.
gives you everything.
Yeah.
The other
Except
thing
defending.
is that they've played together for a while. That's another thing you have to factor in. The fact that they've played together for a
The
while.
process
That
started
amount
with
of
them.
chemistry that you're losing
Like
with
the
those
process.
3. Yeah,
Yeah. The best years Liverpool has had started with these 3.
with those 3.
Yeah.
And I'm also not very confident in Robo this season. People have been passing him and just tossing him back and forth.
Even Konate.
If they decide to sell Robo, okay, I know they won't. If Robo is told, listen, we're giving you another contract, Robo to me looks like a very loyal person. Like those are it's like, me, I'm ready to die for this club. I feel like he's going to end his career at Liverpool like the Carragher did, where you're not the greatest towards the end of career.
Robo
You're
will
not.
go back to Celtic.
I don't think so. Where you're not the best, you're not the greatest player, but you can unaweza patia na shift every
unaweza
once in a
pata
while.
shift, yeah.
James Milner hivi unacheki ama Ashley Young. That's where I see him going, especially if these 3 guys go. And remember, there's rumors that Luis Diaz might be leaving.
Yeah.
There's rumors that Alisson might be leaving.
Dawizi.
Darwin, like there's
Jota is injury prone.
injury prone.
can't
Like for a fact, if all these guys were signed were under contract, you can still talk to them and tell them, yo, let me just add 1 more year. At least let's see this through. Even if you're going to be bad next season, let's be bad together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But now you are sure that these 3,
Of living.
well, you're not sure that they're going to be there. And now more or less the one is gone. So they're losing too much aura at once.
Yeah.
And building that thing back is hard. Losing a lot of players at once is difficult because you lose a lot of character, a lot of leadership. There is no way you're getting a 28-year-old who will be as experienced or even as good as Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
Right? Because now you have to replace with experience. But who are those people? And the club has proven that they're not going to
Spend money.
to get this player. So what's going to happen? We were told Mbappe was coming to Liverpool. Yeah?
Bellingham.
And Bellingham.
Caicedo.
Lavia.
Yeah. Mount.
There's a lot. There's like I'm very curious to see how they navigate these next few months because it's going to tell me a lot about where the future goes. And don't be surprised if they sell the club
Yeah, they
because
can.
it's coming.
Plus, I feel like Liverpool lost steam at the wrong time in other competitions, but at the right time in the Premier League.
Who's this?
Liverpool.
They lost?
Steam. They were deep into competitions. Like, it's so unfair for them because they finished first in Champions League. Iyo phase. But wakakuwa knocked out round of 16. FA walitoka Carabao kushinda. Then Premier League, like I feel like they still have some games to lose, even draw. But now the team who was second and the team who was supposed to challenge ni Arsenal and injury-ridden City. Na United went
Strikerless Arsenal.
Yeah, and managerless United. No, Ten Hag said eras come to an end.
Lakini
His era ended before those era.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
But me, I'm happy for Trent, bro.
Same.
Watch out, Trent. Let him go in.
Best right back in the league, in the world.
So,
We go to FA. We have FA Cup.
predictions!
We have FA Cup this coming weekend.
Yes. Tell us.
Zinaanza Friday or Saturday?
I think Saturday. In the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
First of all, the lineup of this FA Cup is beautiful.
Very beautiful. Kwanza nataka
Beautiful.
sisi toke. On Saturday, we have Fulham taking on Crystal Palace at the Craven
London
Cottage.
Derby in the FA Cup quarterfinal.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful game to watch. I'm going with the win. I don't know for who. Let me just say, Fulham to go through. Fulham needs to make the semi-final.
I'm going for Palace now that Jean-Philippe Mateta is back.
Is he going to play?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, he's going to play. I'm going for Palace to win 2-1.
I'm going for a win on penalties, Fulham.
We have Brighton taking on Nottingham Forest, who will be woodless. Miskio.
Yeah. The plastic up front. No?
Yeah, so I will need to start.
Oh no. Taiwo.
But hata hivyo Wood angekuwa
Taiwo.
ametravel for 46 hours. Alikuwa amechoka.
So, no, Brighton to go through.
Yeah, I'm going for Brighton to go through.
I feel like Nottingham Forest are putting all their eggs in that Premier League basket. And they're going to do as much to make sure that... Anyway, it's also their first chance. They could... Because most of these teams now believe they can win.
Yeah.
Because you look ahead, it's only Man City that is like, these are guys who... But even them, we can beat them this season. So every team believes they can win. I was going to say that I feel like Nottingham Forest will focus on the Premier League, but no, I know they will try and win this game. But Brighton are looking good, man. With Welbeck up front. They just... Brighton is that team that... Wanawanga my patches. They're in that patch again. So I'm going with a Brighton win.
Same, going for
2-1
Brighton win.
after extra time.
2-1. 90. Then we have Preston taking on Rashford's Aston Villa.
Aston Villa win. I can say confidently that Marco Asensio
What end extra time though?
and Marcus Rashford,
MBE.
Marco na Marcus wanakuja kusumbua pale Preston. Now I saw Morgan Rogers also started for England.
Yeah.
So confidence pia iko juu. Hapo wako sawa. Aston Villa win 1-0.
Aston Villa win 3-1. Then the big one.
Yeah.
We have Bournemouth taking on Manchester City.
Bournemouth are winning this game so hard. They are winning so hard. The fact that the thing is Bournemouth,
I've already beaten City
they've already beaten City.
with injuries.
But the mentality they are playing with, they are going into this game saying we're going to beat them again.
Yes.
Because City are also not great. And I really want to see what Ruto is going to tell me right now. Ruto, what are you going to tell me through this 4K camera that you're seeing me through?
Nelson.
Yeah? Nelson. Nyinyi kwanza mmengoje international break imesha ndio mmejump.
Nelson alikuwa akismile.
Amekuwa akifurahi. International break imeisha. Bournemouth win. Bournemouth 3-0.
Bournemouth win 2-1.
3-0. KDB ameisha, bro.
And they retire.
Ameisha. Oh, before we finish, that's the last one.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
Before we finish, I need to give a big shout out to Enzo Fernandez. Did you watch Argentina versus Brazil?
Mimi not Enzo. Okay, in as much as Enzo, everyone is giving Enzo the credit. Mimi, there's one player.
McAllister.
Nah.
Alvarez.
Nah.
Rodrigo De Paul.
Nah. Gilano Simeone.
Oh, Simeone. But he came off the bench.
Yeah, but still,
He
like,
scored with his first touch.
that boy is custom made for Argentina. You know,
Yeah.
the weird, like, what I feel like, this is my theory. Inaitwanga theory, ama zile vitu za football zinaitwanga, zile zenye unaaminingi zita happen.
Conspiracy. Superstition.
Hizo. I feel like Scaloni, when he wins the second World Cup,
Producer. Mkisi ajua superstition. Anyway,
Scaloni, when he wins if he will win the second World Cup, what interchange, like the first manager swap that will be successful between him and Simeone, Diego Simeone, perfect.
See Poch.
Poch alitolewa CONCACAF. Now that player who went and had
Hey, celebration
Henry.
again. Celebrate Henry. I'll give you Simeone, but Enzo, bro. First of all, his assist for McAllister's goal.
Yeah.
McAllister was coming from. First of all, I don't even know how McAllister saw that run. Get too straight. Yeah. The ball was beautiful. And then, what was Romero doing? Play defense.
Cunha is a good presser.
No, Nani is useless, bro.
Romero is useless.
But that Brazil
Cunha-
squad was also
Mid.
yeah.
But also,
Let's
what
just be
killed them
honest.
is what Rafinha said. You don't have to. You don't need to talk like that before those games.
Who played for them at centre back?
Murillo and Marquinhos.
Oh, it was Murillo.
Yeah.
Hey, Murillo was getting exposed.
Rinsed.
And then they had to put Marquinhos at left centre back because Gabriel was suspended.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Murillo's
that
getting
team,
rinsed.
that team is not great. That team is average. And who was the keeper?
Bento Al Nassr.
The fact that I was looking at a Brazil squad and I'm not recognizing half the players.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro,
It's washed. No, what was the highlight of the game? Otamendi. Umone, is that a meme, Mama? Is something real that he did?
oh, the one for Nani,
Hendrik.
Hendrik.
That you must play like Pele today.
Whether it's true or not, that's the funniest thing I've had this international break. Funniest. Yeah, no, but
Imagine
Argentina.
mtu akisema na Kiswahili.
What number?
They are first.
Ule mso wake alikuwa nani?
Mtu mgani huyo?
Hendrik alisema he looks up to Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton.
Anyway, they're first.
Yeah.
Brazil?
My third, I think.
Sawa
But
sawa.
they'll qualify.
Kwa hayo machache.
Kwa hiyo mapana na marefu, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Na asante sana kwa support yenu.
Yeah.
Na tupatie chance.
Tupatie chance. Don't drop the ball like Matasi.
Yeah.